Jim, next question from Seth. What is the best live entertainment in Walt Disney World? Which shows or entertainers stop you in your tracks? And please share any interesting tidbits about the history of live entertainment in the parks and the shows that totally failed to entertain or were downright awful. That'd be Stitch's Supersonic Encounter, but we'll talk about that later. Best live entertainment in Walt Disney World, Jim?
You know, I have to say you got to go with the classic. I mean, the thing of Hoop-Dee-Doo is that you know it works as a whole. I mean, just the whole notion of you're in there, you get
theater,
you get in the space, and then suddenly you hear the stagecoach roll up, and the notion of the players coming through the audience and going on stage. I mean, if there were still an Adventurers Club, I'd have a different favorite.
Yeah.
But there's not, and you know the fact that they have this classic, though. Even that they've had the futz with. It turns out that they didn't actually own the Hoop-Dee-Doo songs. So,
oh, that's right. This was the one that was written by interns or something.
Yeah. So I was like, you got to pay us for that. It's like, oh no.
That was back in the '70s when they were the intellectual property rights were much more lax.
Yes, we're Disney. We don't actually pay for things. So let's find a new song, shall we?
Oh, funny. Interesting. What about interesting tidbits about the history of live entertainment?
Well, you know, the very thing you were talking about, that if you think about live entertainment actually came out of the college program. In fact, Eddie Sato, tells these great stories about, just how it sort of it was the college program, and for example, the Hoop-Dee-Doo show, because they were college kids. Mm-hmm. Again, the original version of Hoop-Dee-Doo had things like people jumping from the balcony down onto the stage. Oh, you know, and when they finally began showing it to the Disney managers, that, well, no, you can't.
I'm 40 years old. I have kids. I've got a mortgage payment. I'm not jumping off the balcony.
It's like, no, we're not doing that. So, jumping over people is not a good thing. But just the cornball jokes, everything about that show grows out of the fact that it was just a bunch of kids.
That's great.
And now, it's kind of ironic that these days, switching coasts here, but the new Fantasy Fair stage thing, honestly, it's the two shows they do. Have you seen them yet? The little cut down versions?
No, I haven't.
Beauty and the Beast. They're wonderful, but at the same time, they're wonderful because Disney Theatrical got involved. They actually they shredded them in New York, and they had people, the Peter and the Starcatchers guys were giving notes on the Disney theme park show.
Really?
I'm serious. I had this great interview with the director where we talked about the 6-month process where they put together this show, and every hand of the company reached in. Where again,
that's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, you go to the early days of Hoop-Dee-Doo, and it's just sort of college kid, that made me laugh, that's in the show. I'm going to see how many bear jokes I can put in here. And, and again, when it gets really painful, I'm doing 5 more.
It's going to be awkward for a minute, and then it's not going to be awkward anymore.
There you go.
That's fantastic. Great question.